and we're coming to you from People Touching People Forum. Ms. Thomas, it's always joy to sit with you around the round table and to discuss very, very important topics. And Ms. Thomas, this day, there's a very provoking topic that we're going to discuss. And it's about the dilemma of a broken heart.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I'm telling you, this is going to be quite interesting, Ms. Thomas. You know, there are multitudes of people in our world today whose hearts are broken or hurting because of the situation that they face in life. And so I just trust, Ms. Thomas, that our discussion around the table, talking about some of the symptoms, the solutions to the broken hearts, I'm sure and trust that we'll be able to help somebody out there. So first of all, again, welcome to our audience, welcome to our friends. Ms. Thomas, we have had a number of discussing various topics, and we have gotten so many positive responses. And this is one of them. I'm sure will be able to be a great help and assistance to others out there. So, first question I want to ask you, Ms. Thomas, let's get into it, let's dive into it. What is broken heart? What does it mean to have a broken heart?
Wow. This is really a heavy topic today.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So, a heartbreak, it is a state of devastating emotional loss.
Yes.
It is the intense emotional pain and distress resulting from great loss or longing, most commonly associated with the end of a love affair or close relationship.
Wow. All right.
It is a form of grief that can trigger a stress response in the brain and body, leading to symptoms like sadness, despair, and even physical aches, and can also occur from deep losses such as a rejection of something deeply personal.
Wow.
There is nothing simple about letting go of someone or something you care about.
Come on.
Nothing simple about that.
That is true.
That's a biggie in a lot of people's lives.
That is true.
Right? Close relationships are a part of our identity, whether it's a romantic partner, best friend, or business partner.
Yes.
Saying goodbye to an important person in your life can feel like losing a piece of yourself.
Wow, that is true. That is so true. Continue.
Sometimes, though, parting ways is necessary, even when it is painful. When this is the case, learning how to let go of someone or something and move on from the experience can lessen the blow.
Wow, that is very profound. Now, let's get a bit deeper. And I'm sure our friends and loved ones now, they are sitting on the edge of their chairs, ready to hear what we have to offer. Let's talk about 10 signs. 10 signs which will tell you it's time to move on.
Yes.
Some folks are having problems, they're struggling, so let's help them. There are 10 signs to look for. And when you see these signs, you know it's time to move on.
That's right.
And number one, let's talk about that. You don't feel like you're in a toxic relationship, a situation going on. The person that you used to be, you have changed. You don't feel like it's the person that you used to. Do you agree with me?
Absolutely.
You're out of touch with yourself. Are you there? You have become more pessimistic. These are some of the signs about that. You stop doing the things that make you happy. Do you agree with that one? Relationship changes us, but physical growth should feel positive. And you come to a place where you don't feel positive about yourself anymore. You're losing touch of the real who, the person that you really are. Deep down inside, Ms. Thomas, inside your heart, you must ask yourself, do you like the person that you have become? Look at that person, look in the mirror, the person that you have become. Do you really like this person? Are you there? All right, let's go. You don't feel or you don't see eye to eye anymore. Are you there? These are some of the signs that will tell you it's time to move on. Do you agree, Ms. Thomas?
Yes.
The same argument, frustration, or disagreement repeats itself time and time again. Are you there? While disagreements are irresistible, the key in learning how to navigate and resolve those differences together Are you there? The relationship has stopped growing. That's another point. You know, when the person, there's a moment when you know, blossoms and love and everything was good, all of a sudden there's no love anymore. A relationship becomes old and stale, and you feel stuck in an endless loop of conflicts, like every day. The frustration, the disagreement, you know, you find yourself trapped then in the cycle with a stubborn friend. Are you there? An opinionated acquaintance or unflexible partner, somebody that refuses to change. You know, is not flexible, very argumentative, always opinionated, stubborn, right? Okay, so let's go further on.
And there's more.
Tell us.
There's lack of emotional trust.
Wow.
You don't feel safe around your partner because they weaponize your vulnerabilities, overstep clear boundaries, or shut down your ideas.
Let's stop for a moment. This is quite interesting. I need to go back there. Very, very important point. There is a lack of emotional trust. No, that is a biggie.
Yes.
That one is really borderline mental illnesses. When lack of emotional trust, as he rightly says, you don't feel safe.
But I think, as you said, this is a biggie because if you're in a relationship and emotionally there's a disconnect,
That's right.
then, I mean, from you have disconnected yourself emotionally, it's done.
That's right.
There's nothing to hold on to anymore.
Wow.
That's my personal opinion.
And then trust is a big thing. Once you have lost trust, confidence, it's hard. It's hard to maintain that type of relationship. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Very good, Ms. Thomas. Let's get deeper into it.
Good relationships make you feel comfortable enough to be your whole self. These feelings you hide within your heart is part of who you are. To protect your emotional state is a strong sign of a toxic relationship.
Wow.
There are too many excuses.
Come on, tell us.
Calling out a loved one, close friend, or significant other on their toxic relationship traits makes you feel bad or uncomfortable. Even when these persons hurt you, there is a need. I'm sorry, I'll read it again. Even when these persons hurt you, you feel there is a need to make excuses.
That's right. That's right.
Maybe you justify their bad behavior because they're having a hard time, whether in a financial, emotional, psychological, physical, or emotional, or even spiritual state.
Wow. All right.
Remember that no matter what your friend and significant person is going through, you don't deserve to be punching bag for their frustrations.
Can I interrupt for a moment? I love that. What did you say? Doesn't matter what the person is going through, you should not become a punching bag for their
frustration.
And this is very sad. This is very sad.
And it happens you find that happening a lot in relationships where it's, as you said, it's time to let go.
Yes.
And a lot of people keep holding on because they're hoping for better, or they're hoping that things will change. Well, all the signs are there. They're saying it's time to let go, but a lot of people fear the unknown, so they fear to let go.
And as you said, you should not become the punching bag for that person. Punching bag comes in various forms.
Yes.
Someone will say, well, I've never hit her, or she has never hit me.
Not necessarily physical. We're not necessarily talking about physical.
I agree.
Yeah.
So it's physical, but there's also verbal abuse, and sometimes verbal abuse. Emotional abuse. And it's still abuse, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love that. Continue, please.
If this person doesn't learn to treat you better, even though they're going through tough times, they're likely not to be a healthy friend or associate.
Wow.
You may feel emotionally drained.
Yes.
Your body tenses up with stress before you even see this person, or you actively try to avoid them when you're spending time with them. It's tiring. You feel mentally, emotionally and physically spent.
Wow, that is something, Ms. Thomas. I think somebody is being helped. Somebody is being helped by us discussing this crucial topic at this point in their lives. Continue, please.
Yes. Once the encounter is over, mental exhaustion sets in. This mental exhaustion can carry over into other areas of your life. True. You may feel unmotivated to work, struggle to create other healthy relationships, or having anxiety that interrupts your day-to-day routine.
Wow, okay.
And when we're talking about day-to-day routine, we're also talking about your daily activities, including your nights too.
That's right.
Because when persons are going through a heartbreak, they usually have restless nights. They're not able to sleep.
That is true.
Right?
That is true.
If you find yourself feeling this unhappiness, you may need to distance yourself from the relationship as a form of self-care.
Stop right. This can become a challenge, Ms. Thomas, for a lot of people. You know, you just said in a situation that you may have to distance yourself.
And that is good.
But it is good, but how many folks are willing to do that?
Yeah, it is good. And I mean, when persons are going through heartbreak, or they're just going through issues in their lives, in their marriages, in their families, or whatever, I always say take a break.
Yes.
If you can take a break from each other, and during that break, if you're weighing the pros and the cons, you're writing down, what about this person that makes me want to go back?
Yes.
And you find that you have more reasons to want to go back, but that is if the person want to work it out.
That's right. That's right.
Because it takes two to tango, right? Okay.
You know, and again, as we are professionals here, and of course in my field of expertise, I've had to deal with a lot of relationships, you know, and some I've had to encourage, not to dictate to them, but I have to encourage because I see the danger. It's time to take a break. Take some distance. Let there be some distance between both of you because you can see what is going to happen. And so persons will talk about the excuses why some people refuse. Yet it's to their disadvantage. You know. So what you're saying, you're so right. Let's go on, please.
You have misaligned priorities. Sometimes the reason why it's hard to let go of someone or something is you get along with them, but your priorities are misaligned.
Wow.
Relationships deserve some give and take, but if you find yourself sacrificing your life's goals, priorities, and values, you may need to reevaluate the relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship or a business relationship.
Yes.
And that is also important, right?
Well, it's not something.
That is also important.
I want to pause for a moment, as you just talked about business relationships. Ms. Thomas, years ago, when I was a general manager for a large property management company, I also opened up a company on the side for myself.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a very successful company, doing very well, and I met an accident. There was a young man, I'll never forget. He just came up from the island. Yeah. And he got married, and some money to do. He wanted to work. He wanted a job, and I took him on. But everywhere we go, people will say, "This one Clarendon." People say, "Man, you guys resemble like brothers." I tell you, I remember because they were struggling, trying to set in. I go to, those days was Nabil Farm. So on Saturdays when I go to Nabil Farm to buy groceries for my family, I would bring him along. And if I get 2 baskets of groceries, he gets 2. That's a relationship that we have, to a point where even clothes, my clothes, I gave him stuff. I'm not negative speaking about that, but I'm just sharing something with you. And so, I met an accident, in a car accident, and I was off work for a number of months. It was a very severe car accident, and because of the trust, I turned my company over to this guy. Yet I'm paying him. Yeah. My secretary is still there, and so he was managing because I could not. I was very sick because of the accident. And during the time, we needed another guy because I have quite a few workers out there, and he employed another person. But this guy that he employed was a friend of his that came from Jamaica, from Clarendon. And you know, there's something about it. You see, we talk about trust.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about relationship.
Yeah.
One day my secretary called me and says, there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
There's a problem. She felt, this guy is not being trustworthy.
That's your friend.
The person that I embraced,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been good to the person, I paid him and everything he wants. And she said, whenever they're closing the office, he always wants to stay back.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, as a secretary, she hands in books, accounting and all that stuff. But there are some things that were missing.
Oh, okay.
And she says to me, Doc, there is a problem. Because whenever he stays back, this other friend of his, both of them want to stay back in the office.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I did, thank God for wisdom, I called a doctor friend of mine, because they were my clients also, and I asked them to call the office at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
And they called the office. The person called the office after the office is closed. He answered. And the person said, oh, I have a job. I want your company.
To do what job?
I want to meet with you to sign a contract for this large project that we have right away.
You said this?
Yes, and he's ready to meet and to get the contract signed, but he's not talking about my company anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Are you there? He's talking about what he can do. I mean, as my company is out now. And so, anyways, so that was the first thing I set up. Another thing again, another time, I realized, no, this guy, only to find out, Miss Thomas, the person that I trusted, the person that I cared for, was starting another company out of my company while I was sick with his friend.
Yeah.
I remember it got to a point now I said, okay, it's time. I wasn't well. I had my security guard came, went in, and I walked in my office. And he was sitting there in my office, or my desk. And I had evidence in the doctor friend. I called her on the phone and says, I'm putting on the speaker. He was shocked to know what he was doing. And I just got the security guard to walk him out of my place. And that really, talk about breaking her heart. That really
broke your heart.
It broke my heart to tears, I'm telling you. So we talk about, it's not just romance relationship, business relationship. That's experience. And later on he tried to apologize. But you know what? What they did. And I didn't lose my clients because of the relation that I had
with them.
But then they end up starting a business and they flop. So we talk about trust, we talk about honesty. We talk about being transparent with people. And so here we are talking about some of these things that people are going through, even marriage, even relationship. You know, it's not just business relationship, and it's very sad. But it does affect, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It does affect. All right, so let's talk about these things can also cause low self-esteem. You know, in an unhealthy relationship, someone might put you down. Are you there? In order for them to make themselves look better. You agree?
Yes.
You know, they might exhibit toxic traits like narcissism or bullying, right? In relationship, to keep you down, to suppress you, to become like a lord over you. Are you there? They constantly belittle your successes. Are you there? Emotions and your aspirations. This can affect your self-esteem and your confidence and show insecurity about your self-worth. There are people that do that.
Of course.
There are people that do that. These are some of the causes.
And I think it's like when you're thinking of like a romantic relationship, it's generally the persons who don't want to let go.
All right.
They're the ones who cause this.
All right. That's right. That's right. But what about...
They say the other person feel worthless, helpless.
That's right.
Right.
What about insecurity? What about inferiority complexes?
Yeah.
And a lot of that goes with that, you know, especially when you're succeeding and they're not. And because of insecurity, they will try to bully you, they try to speak negative about you, try to hold you down. And this is very sad. Let's go further. If you find yourself just being brought down by negative thoughts, inspired by your relationship, something, Ms. Thomas, needs to change.
course.
You cannot continue in a toxic relationship like that. Are you there? They don't apologize. Here's another point. They don't apologize. Are you there? When someone refuses to take accountability for their actions. Are you there? And so they don't demonstrate, demonstrate a lack of mutual respect and self-reflection. They are the person that will never apologize.
Yeah.
Are you there? If a person twists, here's it, Miss Thomas, sometimes a person will twist the narratives to play the victim. Have you ever met a person like those?
Of course.
It could be a sign of an emotional vampire. I use the word vampire. What they do, they're the problem. But they try to twist it around to make you feel that you're the problem and they have become the victim.
That's right.
That's the world that we live in. Am I right?
Yeah.
If you find yourself always, here's another one, you find yourself always apologizing, even when it is the other person's negative behavior, then this relationship is toxic. And many times because persons want to hold on to a relationship that is already dead and try to make amends, they are hurting themselves, they're willing to hurt themselves just to hold on to that, but that's not a good relationship, that's a toxic relationship.
Yes.
And that can only lead to further danger. All right, Ms. Thomas, let's go further.
They don't express gratitude.
Come on.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to feel appreciated.
Yeah.
It makes you feel worthy, and it is necessary to build a sense of connection
Come on.
and belonging.
Wow.
With friends or romantic partners,
Yes.
it feels like a put down. There is constant jealousy.
Come on.
Supportive relationships celebrate your wins. A serious relationship red flag is when your success is met with resentment, jealousy, or anger.
Oh, don't go too fast now. You're rushing now. I have to go back to what you just said. This is powerful. A serious relationship red flag. The red flags is there. Sometimes we say we didn't know it was there. We didn't see it.
But
the red flag is there.
Yeah.
And it's when your success is met with resentment, jealousy, or anger. It's amazing. Eh?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's go further.
Okay.
All right. So can we go further? This is why. How about you? Are you enjoying this?
Yes.
I trust that we're helping someone out there. Why don't we talk about 10 things to do? Ms. Thomas. Someone said, well, I'm stuck. I'm in this situation. Thank you, docs. But the way you're talking. How can I get out of this? 10 things to do in letting go of someone or something that you care about. You ready? Letting go of a relationship may feel like you are letting the other persons down. The guilt trip comes in. Am I right?
Yes.
All right. Even when it feels unfair, you need to take care of yourself throughout every stage of your grief. That's important. And it's not being selfish either.
No.
Because if you're not taking care of yourself, nobody ain't going to take care of you. If you get sick, the person
That's right.
come on. So let's go further. Number 1, 10 things. You're going to share with me also. Number 1, we need, and this is not being selfish, you need to put yourself first.
That's right.
Do you agree with me? Feeling like you have let someone down or hurting someone can be a challenging thing. But putting yourself first is the first step in taking charge. Are you there? Of your life. Learning to let go and reinventing yourself. You have to start to think about yourself.
Agree. Totally.
Totally. You agree? All right. Number 2, you have to also let yourself grieve. Are you there? Somebody say, well, I can handle it. Are you there? Before I go there, don't compromise on what you need.
Right.
That's powerful. Do not compromise on what you need. Put yourself first. It will be difficult at times, but you will come out stronger on the other side.
That's right.
And this has nothing to do with being selfish. Is you take care of yourself.
And just to add to this,
Yes, please.
because we're talking about don't compromise on what you need. It will be difficult at first.
Come on.
Change is always difficult at first.
That is true.
Yes,
That
it
is true.
is.
That
It's
is true.
uncomfortable.
Yes.
It's difficult
Yes.
because we fear the unknown. We don't want to leave out of the comfort zone
Yes.
that way because we don't know what we're stepping
That's
into.
right. That's right. That's
But
right. Mhm.
in order to make that change,
Mhm.
you have to make the
You have to
change.
make the change.
You have to step up. You have to make the first step.
That's right. That's right. You have to change.
Yes.
What about that? Let yourself breathe. I love that one. Your relationship shape a part of your destiny or relationship. Am I right? And losing one can push you into grief. Grief looks difficult for everyone. Sorry, different. Different person can handle grief differently.
Exactly.
Are you there? The best way to overcome difficult emotions is to embrace them and to let them go.
Which can be very difficult.
Come on, that's what we're talking about. But that's the solution that we have learned by helping people, Ms. Thomas, and we're giving them some thoughts, some
Yes.
points to consider.
Yes, and we also need to tell them to take baby steps too.
All right, all right, all right.
Don't try to do it all at once.
Yeah.
It's a process.
Good.
So don't try to say, okay, I have to make change, so you're making this giant leap.
All right.
You're taking
All
it
right.
step by step.
How about the next one? Seek out support. And you just said you can't handle it alone.
That's right.
And oftentimes we need other support. You know, you are not alone. It's important that we understand that.
Yeah.
Are you there? If you are going through a heartbreak, lean into your friends and family. There must be persons around that you trust. There must be persons around that you can confide in. One of the things that mistakes that we make, we shut down. We don't want nobody to know
True.
what we're going through, and that is dangerous. Are you there? Here's another thought. Stay busy.
Yeah.
While you should avoid your feelings, staying active is a great way to forward and feeling positive. You know, when you shut down, you isolate yourself and you have nothing to do, come on, it drives you further down into the gutter of depression, which is so important. Get involved in some physical sports or activities, etc., etc. Find something to do.
Yeah.
Are you there? Now, Ms. Thomas, continue, please.
Forgive.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
Come on. Tell us about that one.
Holding on to all your anger can cause stress and anxiety.
Wow.
Forgiveness is a powerful tool
Wow.
to improve your mental health issues.
Yes, yes.
Learn from your mistake.
Mhm.
No one is perfect, including yourself.
Yes.
Be honest and evaluate how you contributed to the breakdown of the relationship.
Wow. That's something. Forgive. That's a big word. I find, Ms. Thomas, and we have dealt with clients and patients in this area, when you release someone, you release yourself. When you forgive someone, you set yourself free.
Forgive yourself.
You forgive yourself, isn't it? All right. Here are some questions then, at this point, where we are to ask about yourself. Talk to our friends and loved ones. First question, because you have to be willing to face the fact it didn't matter.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
When and why did I advocate for myself? Some folks says, well, here am I stuck in a situation, but I never think about me. When did you advocate for yourself? When did you speak up for yourself? You became a, yeah?
We're talking about advocating for ourselves, but we're also thinking about the persons who are so withdrawn.
Yes.
They're introverts.
Yes.
They don't want to let it out. They don't know how
Mhm.
to do it. They don't have the mental capacity to advocate for themselves.
In this case, I tell you, let me go into my field of expertise. That's why some people, unfortunately, end up committing suicide. Some people end up get hooked on drugs,
Yes.
alcohol, and all of this. Some people, because they don't know how to let it out, Ms. Thomas, and they refuse to talk about it. So what they do, they bottle everything inside. And I said before, at some point in their life, it becomes a volcano.
Ah, yes.
And some people end up killing others and end up in jail because they cannot take it any longer. And so it's very sad. So here are some questions we need, as I said, we need to ask ourselves.
Yes.
When and why did I advocate for myself? Are you there? Do I treat the other person unfairly? Let's face it, the way I've been treated, for that person to treat me and get me to this place, is there something that I've done that have led them to become the person that they are? Are you there?
Yeah.
How could I have responded or reacted differently in a certain situation, because you're the one dealing with it. And here you are, you're trying to find a resolution, right? So you want to make sure that you are not a contributing factor leading up to where you are at the moment. Number 4, let's go further. How do I communicate during a conflict? And you just said it, some people don't know. Some people just shut down, they don't know. You know, I do marital counseling, premarital counseling, conflict resolution, marriages and all that, and I've always said there are 5 C's in every relationship. Number 1 is Christ, our God. Number 1. Number 2 is communication. Number 3 is compromise. Number 4 is compatibility. And number 5 is care. It takes 2 to communicate. And so when you have a person who's always manipulating you and controlling you and always making you, yes, you cannot have a relationship with that type of mentality. Are you there? All right, so let's go further. Here we are. The lesson can, life lessons we know, can take, are you there? A toll. So be gentle with yourself as you reflect and move forward. Are you there? Be gentle. As you said earlier on, it's a process. But you know you cannot take this anymore. You have to get out of that because it's toxic. What about the next one? Continue, please.
Consider cutting contact. Depending on the circumstance, no contact with a former friend or association may help you keep your mind focused and healing.
Come on.
Sometimes it's better to block them from your social media platform.
All right.
Physical and emotional distances mean you are constantly reminded of the hurt, the damage done, or be tempted to return to the relationship.
Yes.
Find your happy place. While grief is a natural part of the process, yet you should not be swallowed up by it.
Can I interrupt you for a moment? I know my audience are listening. It's a very sad story I'm going to tell you. As it says there, maintain your distance. Because a lot of times what persons do, they befriend you to get you back into their good graces. And years ago, there was a client of mine, very sad story. She broke a relationship. The guy was very abusive downtown there. Very abusive, and the relationship was over. And now she's living with her sister. It's very sad. I trust that my friends won't take it out of context, but this is reality.
It is.
And so she's now living with her sister. The sister works nights, and so she was home the day. Her sister was sleeping in the day because she has to go to work. The buzz downstairs, somebody buzzed the security downstairs. Who it was? It was a gentleman. It was a gentleman. And he said, just want to come up, he have something for her. It was a big thing in the newspaper in Toronto years ago. They were my clients. It's very sad. It broke my heart. She allowed him in. She opened the door. And he came in and she opened the door. The sister was sleeping in the room. He had a bouquet of flowers. And he stepped in the living room to give her the bouquet of flowers. And machete was in his and he just chopped her neck off. Sad. And the sister is sleeping. Is when the sister woke up to get ready for work, she saw her sister's body there on the neck. Now, the persons will do that. I hate to say that, but it's a reality.
It happens a lot to me.
In a situation, of course, in a situation like this, you have to be very, very careful. Because, as I said, sometimes you have to block them, sometimes you have to remove them from your social media, sometimes you have to make distance, because when persons get to that point, and they give up, they have nothing to lose. And they will always try to hurt the person, so be very, very careful. How about the next one? Find your happy place. Continue, please.
You should not be swallowed up by it. So that's the grieving process. This is the moment to rediscover and redefine your own happiness. Practice mindfulness, positive affirmations, and mindful breathing to help you return to a safe space when your brain give you like negative talk. You want to talk negative to yourself. This is the time to take positive affirmations, to practice mindfulness. Probably also listen to songs that make you feel better, make you feel good about yourself, reading a book, talking to friends, families, right?
Yes.
Don't wait on the other person. Accept that your friend or associate may never take responsibility for their actions or the pain they cause. Remember, your letting go and healing from the hurt depends entirely on you. Don't wait around for an apology. Move on. Because sometimes apologies never come.
That's right.
Talk it out. You want to continue from here?
I want to go back to a point that really touched my heart just now. And I've never been like that emotional, but we're dealing with something deep.
Yes.
And I know persons out there hurting. You just said, accept your friend and our associate. Accept the fact that they might never take responsibility for the action or the pain they caused. Don't sit around and wait for an excuse. An apology may never come. And I like that. All right, so let's go to the next point, Ms. Thomas. Talk it out. You're not being a burden. Someone might say, I don't want people to know. You're not being a burden by sharing your feelings. Part of letting go in a toxic relationship is to verbalize it. Write it down. Cry with your friends or find a professional counselor to let it out. You alone in a situation that cannot handle it. Are you there? Sometimes talking through your feelings with a professional counselor or close friend can help you deal with the hard parts and let you go of the hurt and resentment. Isn't that something? Mr. Thomas, this is heavy tonight. This is really, really heavy, and we trust that someone out there were able to help by just sharing these nuggets with them. Now, here it is, the bright side of letting go. Here we are now. There's a light. You have heard it many times. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Somebody said, Doc, you don't understand, I'm stuck. I have a word for them. That trouble comes to pass. It doesn't come to stay.
That's right.
There's a bright side. Come on, you hear that? At the end of the dark tunnel.
That's right.
So there's hope. We're here to say that. There's hope. Is there?
Always hope.
There's hope. So here we are now. Even though you are going over our relationships, feeling like the end of the world, things will get better.
They always do.
I'm not a prophet, but I'm prophesying.
They always do.
Things, tomorrow is going to be brighter than today and yesterday.
Yeah.
5 positive things, positive to look forward to, Ms. Thomas. 5. Give us a few of them.
Better physical health.
All right.
Negative and hostile relationships create psychological stress, such as high blood pressure. Prolonged conflict is also associated with decreased physical health, which include cardiovascular disease, chronic pain, and obesity. When you move on from a harmful relationship, you may begin to feel better in your body too.
Wow.
Improve the mental health.
Come on now.
Bad relationship can deteriorate or to embrace beneficial connections and recoup your mental well-being.
Can I interrupt? I love to interrupt. Here, listen. Letting go of toxic relationship gives you more space. Mr. Thomas, you just said it. To embrace beneficial connection and recoup your mental well-being. You know many persons today are in mental hospital because of this.
Yeah, I know.
Many have died. Many out of their mind.
They suffer from heartbreak syndrome.
It is very sad.
And that's a reality.
It is really a reality. Continue, please.
Self-discovery.
Yes.
Toxic relationships are emotionally and physically draining.
Yes. Come on.
Without realizing it, you may have fallen out of touch with yourself and the things that make you happy.
Wow.
New relationship. Extra time and emotional stability mean you have the resources to meet new people. Fresh relationships bring new perspectives, ideas, and experiences in life.
So what you're saying then, we have to change group, we have to regroup, we have to change the companies that we hang out with, we have to change the environment that we find ourselves in, the negative energies, the negative people around you, in order for you to start to live again, to enjoy life again.
And can I add something too
Please
here?
do. Yes.
Sometimes when we end a bad relationship, I think sometimes instead of rushing into a new one, find time to start to know yourself more.
Come on.
Find time to spend time to do more reflection, and then you will figure out, what direction do I want to go? Because you don't want to repeat. Because sometimes when we rush into a new relationship, we end up back in the same cycle. So sometimes you need to take some time to regroup, to refocus, to rethink. Ask yourself the important questions. Is this where I want to be?
Wow.
Where do I want to go?
Wow.
Where do I want to go? You know what I'm saying? Because you're looking for better. You always want better. So you don't want to go back to find the same kind of individual that you were already involved with. You want to start fresh. Right? You're looking at bigger and better things. You know what I mean?
You know, Ms. Thomas, I know the folks might be listening and say, well, you guys can say anything because you're professionals. But as you speak, I think if you'll allow me the opportunity to share what we're talking about, I have actually walked through it myself. And sometimes I want to make it real. I had in my young stage in my life, I went through a relationship that I often say it wasn't for the grace of God and the pride of my parents and my being ambitious, I would have died. I would not be alive. But when I was delivered from all of that mess, and it was a mess, the lies, the deceit, I decided, and I just said it, 9 years. I refused to, and I could have been married how many times in 9 years? Many came around, but I decided, Ms. Thomas, I needed time to find you. 9 years before I was ready for another meaningful relationship. And today, I look back and I thank God. I'm at a different place in my life. I've helped so many people, but I still remember that if I didn't come to a point in my life and said, you know what, we're going to talk about enough is enough, change has to come. I would not be sitting here with you as a doctor to discuss it. I know I would have died. So I want to make it real. Maybe somebody out there needs to hear. So we're not just educational, professional people, but we all have our own experience.
That's right.
And so that's why we're here to help and to encourage others.
And remember, as we say, healing is not a cookie cutter thing.
Come on.
Some people take longer to heal. Some people heal quickly.
That's right.
Some people getting involved in a relationship, you might think it's the best thing for you, while another person might say, like you waited 9 years. So I mean, it's different for everyone.
Yes. I just made that choice. I just made a choice, and I hate to focus more on myself, but when that relationship was over in my young stage, I lost everything. I lost everything. Looking back, but today, you know,
look where you are
today
now.
I've gained everything, and I thank God for the life experience. You know, and so my next question to you, because as a doctor, I've had to help people and discuss some of these issues that people are, why is it when a relationship is broken, there's always somebody who's willing now to scandalize and to badmouth you and to say all the negative and try to demean, and why do they do that?
I think it happens because of the hurt. There are some relationships where the both persons might want to let go. There's always the case where one person they don't want to let go. So they're angry.
Okay.
So they try everything to make the other person look bad.
That is true. That is, even though if that person might be an abuser.
It doesn't matter.
Wow.
They are the one who wants to hold on. even though they know it's time to let go,
Yes.
but they find it so difficult to let go.
Wow.
So when they see now that it's out of their control, they try to make the other person look like they are the one who causing all the unhealthy habits and practices in the marriage. So,
well, you know what I've always said, Miss Thomas, and this is my belief: truth will always prevail. So it doesn't matter. Of course, persons do this, and which is very nasty, which is very wicked. But eventually, truth will prevail. Isn't that something? All right. Finally, we're coming down, Miss Thomas. This is something. This is wonderful. You must say it come to a point now. Walk and through. The person must say enough is enough. This will fill you with strength. When a person who is affected come to a point, I say, okay, I walk through with Dr. Lee and Miss Thomas. I agree with him. I'm in a situation. I'm ready to make the break. I'm ready to make the decision. It's saying enough. When you say enough is enough, that's the beginning of your strength. That means you're ready for change.
Yes.
You agree with me?
I agree.
Go to the next one, please.
Now that you know that you have the courage and the resilience to end a toxic relationship that isn't good for you, you now have the power to stand up for your needs.
Wow.
So it's all about the mind.
Wow, come on.
The mindset is so important. Because if you've told yourself enough is enough, that means I've told myself it's time to move on.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
But when you're going to keep holding on, and then you're not going to do anything about it, but the moment you say enough is enough, that's when you're ready to make the change.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, Ms. Thomas, I know our audience out there, some might be church boys, some might be spiritual people, some might not be. We're speaking to the general populace out there. But one thing we have to say, we have a helper. You have a helper. And the greatest helper, and we can help these folks, but the greatest helper is Christ.
That's right.
You know, and he's always willing and able to help you. And when you come to the point that you need help, that Miss Thomas and I cannot help you, I invite you in your quiet moment to reach out to our Father, Heavenly Father, and ask Him for guidance and ask for help. He'll walk you through. And so it is indeed, you have anything to share, further to share, please, but it's indeed a great joy to sit around the table.
Yes, as we talk about heartbreak, I know that a lot of persons they have either experienced it already, they're either going through it now, or they're going to go through it somewhere down the line. So I hope that what we share here this evening, it will be able to help you to overcome, will help you to step out.
That's right.
Will help you to make that important decision.
That's right.
Because remember, you have to take care of you.
Come on.
Because if you don't take care of you, nobody's going to take care of you.
Come on.
You have to take care of you. You have to make that decision that is good and right for you.
Yes.
So, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And if you have any questions, any issues, please feel free to give us a call, send us a message to see if we can help you in any other way. We can put you onto a counselor. We can talk about it. Whatever issue you might be having, reach out to us. We're here to assist you. And of course, to all our valuable viewers, we thank you so much. Thank you for watching our video, liking and sharing our video. And remember, we can be found on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Facebook. Thank you again. Again, I keep stressing this to our valued viewers. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
You know, Ms. Thomas, again, I have to thank you. Always very educational, very provoking, very, very touching. These topics, we're trying to talk to our people out there. Those that are going through. We can be a help someone. And we want to take a moment to also let them know that we have a ministry, a church that supports this ministry. This is People Touching People Forum, but there's a church, a multicultural church that's behind us, supporting us. It's called Victory World Impact Ministries in Toronto. 2 Morning View Trail in Scarborough, Ontario. Our post phone number, Ms. Thomas, is 416-282-1101. Multicultural church. We have quite a few nationalities, you know, and so they support us and praying for us, helping us in whatever areas that is needed. Also, want to acknowledge, you know, that our board, you know, the administrator, the coordinator of all of this is none other than Miss Stacyann Campbell. And we have a new engineer. Yes, that have joined us. And he's all the way from Nigeria, Africa. And his name is too long. but the short, his name is Gospel.
Yes.
What a man. And Mr. Gospel, I want to thank him. He's the engineer that's working with us to coordinate this program. And so we are grateful to Gospel. All right? And so, my friends and loved ones, thank you again. We're coming to you from People Touching People Forum. And Ms. Thomas says, please send in your requests, send in your comments. We have been getting so many great comments from all over.
Yes.
All over. And this is another topic, Ms. Thomas, so we know it's going to be a great blessing and help to others all over the world. Ms. Thomas, thank you again. Thank you. And we look forward to next week.
Yes.
There's going to be another topic, you know. And I'm telling you, Ms. Thomas, we're so blessed because persons are responding. Persons are letting us know. I get texts, I get emails from a person that says, thank you.
Yes.
One lady all the way from England. I mean, it just got to her at the right time, the last session.
Yes.
She was moved with appreciation. She says, thank you, keep on, do the work, because they need us.
So we are reaching.
So, thank you. So, Ms. Thomas, again, thank you for doing a fantastic job. And may God richly bless you. Thank you, my friends and loved ones. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you all. See you next